Hello, welcome to a TBR video. Yes, I'm at it again. I'm doing a monthly TBR even though I said I wasn't going to do these. But I have books that I'm in the mood to read and in the mood to talk about. And I know that people like knowing what people are in the mood to read, so I'm going to do it anyway. But it is going to be kind of loose. Like, if I don't stick to it, no pressure for that. Because it is slightly ambitious and I am possibly living in a dream world if I think that I'm actually going to achieve this. But we're going to give it a go. By the way, this is the second time I've filmed this video because I filmed it once and it was all out of focus, so I really hope you can see me clearly. But book number one that I will be reading in March is Saint's Blood by Sebastien de Castell. This is my Patreon buddy read pick for the month. We are making our way through the Greatcoats. We started with Traitor's Blade because that's the first book, obviously. This is the third book and we're in our third month of it. Funny how that works out. This is a reread for me. The Greatcoats is one of my favourite series of all time. Sebastien de Castell is one of my favourite authors of all time. I have loved everything that I have read from that man and this is no different. I'm really enjoying my reread so far. You've heard me rave about Sebastien de Castell's writing so many times, so I probably shouldn't subject you to that again, but if by some chance this is the first video you've seen of mine, hi, I'm Jade, I love Sebastien de Castell. This is the third book in the Greatcoat series that starts with Traitor's Blade, following Kest, Brasti, and Falcio. And they are three of the disbanded Greatcoats. The Greatcoats were the king's magistrates, the king was murdered, the Greatcoats have fallen, but they all have one final wish from the king to fulfill. And this is a very Three Musketeers-esque story of that trio of Greatcoats going out to fulfill that final wish. It's bloody, it's brutal, it's funny, it's grim, and I love it. And I'm loving my reread, and I'm excited to get to book 3. Again. The next book is kind of embarrassing that I haven't read this yet, and it is Crucible of Chaos by Sebastien de Castell. I can't believe I haven't got to this one yet. I was so excited when this came out, so excited when this fell into my hands. I did an interview with Sebastien de Castell about this when it came out, and we chatted about it, and he made me even more excited. And then life happened, and I just never got round to reading it. I started it, and then I went on my cruise, and then Christmas and New Year happened, and then New Year, new vlogs, new videos, new ideas, and it just very sadly kept getting pushed aside. I say no more to that. I will be reading this in March. This is the prequel, or prelude, as it says on the cover, to the Court of Shadows, which is the new series from Sebastien de Castell, set in the world of the Greatcoats. And it's a series that I feel like I've been waiting for forever, and this is the prequel one. This follows Estevar, and Estevar is a Greatcoat who specialises in the paranormal. Come on in. Good boy. Filming a video, Finny boy. Oh, you can't sit there. Oh, apparently. Finn! I'm a bit busy, babe. I'm filming. I know you want to be in it. I know you do. I know. Anyway, what was I saying? This one follows Estevar, and Estevar is a Greatcoat who specialises in the paranormal. Ghosts, demons, all of that kind of more magical side to the Greatcoats world that we don't see an awful lot of in the original Greatcoat series, because Falcio, our main character, hates magic. Estevar is a Greatcoat who leans more towards the magical and the paranormal. In this book, I believe Estevar is summoned to an abbey because the monks are behaving weirdly and there is rumour of demonic possession, and Estevar needs to investigate this. I believe the gods are also involved in this one. The abbey is rumoured to be the birthplace of the gods, where they begin warring over claims of a new pantheon. So something to do with gods in there as well. But yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm excited to read more about Estevar, because Estevar we do meet in the Tales of the Greatcoats, the short stories, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of him, and his donkey as well, who is apparently a very key character. I'm excited to meet the donkey. My Sebastian de Castell heavy month continues, because next up I have Play of Shadows. This is book 1 in the Court of Shadows, the one that this is the prequel to, that I've just said I've been waiting for forever. This is book 1 of that, and I finally have it in my hands. It doesn't come out until, I believe, the 28th of March. I am very fortunate, very lucky, very blessed to have an early copy in my hands. I'm really sorry that Finn is just having a mental 5 minutes. He's throwing his little gingerbread toy around the room. Yeah, this thing. If you could just be quiet while I film, that would be lovely. You're not going to though, are you? We've just got back from a walk as well. He's still got too much energy. Anyway, I am so blessed to have this in my hands, and I'm so excited to read it. But before I read it, obviously, I need to get through Crucible of Chaos. So this is a priority in order to get into this one. But yeah, I feel like I've been waiting for the Court of Shadows books for about 5 years. It hasn't been that long. I think this was originally supposed to come out in like 2022. He really wants to play fetch. 2022, I think, and it got pushed, and then we had the prequel instead, and so on. Yes! You can't see, he's just desperately trying to give me this little gingerbread man. But, yeah. I can't focus when all he wants to do is play fetch. Book 1 in the Court of Shadows. Very excited, been waiting forever. So glad to have it in my hands. This one follows not a greatcoat. It's in the world of the greatcoat, but this one does not follow a greatcoat. This follows the grandson of a greatcoat, I believe. I can't remember his name. Damus? Let's call him Damus. Damus is many things. A failed actor, a hopeless idealist, and quite possibly the worst swordsman ever born. When his reckless attempts to rescue his grandfather from a duel pits him against the notorious fencer known as the Vixen, Damus escapes by sneaking into the legendary Operato Bellezza, where the city's sacred historical plays are performed. But the stage soon becomes a dangerous battleground as Damus finds himself inexplicably channeling the spirit of the infamous murderer, Archduke Corbia, and revealing long-buried secrets that could spark a rebellion. With half the city, not to mention the Vixen, plotting his death, Damus must master his unusual abilities and solve a 100-year-old mystery before a shadowy cabal sets his city aflame and puts his fellow actors to the sword. So, I believe we follow more of the, like, bard-esque characters in this one. The actors, the performers, but also there is a duel, because of course there's duelists in this. There are characters that want Damus dead, and secrets, rebellion, all that good stuff. I'm excited. If I remember correctly, I think each of the books in the Court of Shadows series is going to follow like a different faction of this city. So you've got like the actors and the bard types, the duelist types, the other types. It's escaping my memory. But I'm really excited. Been waiting forever. Can't wait to dig my mitts in. So yeah, very Sebastian de Castell heavy month lined up for me in March, but I'm ridiculously excited about it. So bring it on. Next up is where the delusion sets in, because I have decided that March is going to be the month that I finally finish the Legacy trilogy and read Legacy of Light by Matthew Ward, the third and final book in the Legacy trilogy that starts with Legacy of Ash and then Legacy of Steel. I read those books pretty early last year, I think, so it's been a while. Whether I can actually remember everything about them, I'm unsure. I'm just hoping that as I start to read, things will come back to me. The gist of it is that it's very buzzwordy for me. There is rebellion, there is internal conflict in the Republic of Tressian, in the Tressian Republic. There is internal conflict in the Tressian Republic. There is a council that is not very diplomatically selected, and most of the Republic of Tressia do not like the South and the Southerners, and there was a woman called Katia who was a traitor, and her children are in the South, and our main character, I've forgotten his name, Jossery. Our main character, Jossery, is one of Katia's children and from the South, and plays a big part in this rebellion that happens. But of course, as always, when there is this internal conflict, there is a bigger external threat that is also coming in. So very buzzwordy to me, and also many of our characters have secrets that I will not tell you for very obvious spoilery reasons, but there are secrets, and there are betrayals, and there are some twisted people in this world, and I loved Legacy of Steel so much, and I should have dived straight into this after finishing Legacy of Steel, and I didn't, and I regret that. But I've decided that this is the month that I'm finally going to finish the Legacy trilogy. I'm finally going to read this. I have now got it on my Kindle, thanks to Beth. Thank you very much, Beth. I love you. I'm going to do it. Am I slightly being a dreamer? Maybe? I'll give it my best shot. So there's that. But that's not where the delusion ends. Because I've also decided that March is the month that I'm going to read The Grace of Kings by Ken Liu. Why am I like this? Why have I decided this? As if I don't have enough, like, big epic fantasy going on there. Let's throw another one in. So that's what we're doing here. I don't know very much about this book at all, other than it is very beloved, and people that I trust love this and consider it a favourite. And again, it is very buzzwordy to me. I believe there is a dead emperor, or a dying emperor. The emperor is on his deathbed. People are exhausted by his vast conscriptive engineering projects, and his councillors conspire only for their own gain. Even the gods themselves are restless. A wily charismatic bandit and a vengeance-sworn son of a deposed duke cross paths as they each lead their own rebellion against the Emperor's brutal regime. Together they will journey to the heart of the Empire, witnessing the clash of armies, fleets of silk-draped airships, magical books, shape-shifting gods. Their unlikely friendship will drastically change the balance of power, but at what price? Very buzzwordy to me. Sounds right up my street. Epic fantasy, empire, rebellion, turmoil, dead emperor. Just sounds great to me. And so many people love it, and I really think I'm going to, but I don't know anything more about it than that. This is my beautiful, beautiful Broken Binding edition. So again, I'm going to read this on my Kindle, because I'm a Kindle girly now, because I don't really want to touch this for too long and, like, actually physically read it. I want it to stay beautiful and perfect and pristine on my shelf. So that's where it's going to go, and that's where it's going to stay. And I will read the ebook. So that is my March TBR. As I say, like, don't take this too seriously, because if I don't read all of these, I won't be surprised. Because I am being very ambitious, I feel. And what is it with me and just reading epic fantasy after epic fantasy and all these big, chunky, heavy books? Like, I have nothing light going on. But that is just where my comfort lies. So I bring it upon myself, and I have a fantastic time whilst doing that. So, hurrah. But yeah, if you've read any of these and want to let me know if you think I'm gonna love it, then of course let me know. But yeah, fingers crossed I have a great time with all of these. We'll see how the month goes and whether I manage that, but I'm very excited about all of these books. I'm excited about a lot of books at the minute, and I want to read just about everything, but that isn't physically possible. So I'll start with these. Anyway, yeah, that is it for this little TBR video. I hope you have enjoyed hanging out with me for a little bit. Let me know what you are going to be reading in March. What are you super excited to dig your teeth into? I would love to know. But otherwise, I shall see you in whatever comes next. Bye!